Red Bull's decision to bring Yuki Tsunoda into the fold has certainly stirred the pot, not just with fans, but within the team itself. Max Verstappen, the team's lead driver, seems less than thrilled by the whole situation. Adding to the drama, Helmut Marko, Red Bull's special advisor, hasn't exactly been forthcoming with his thoughts on the matter. His vague diplomatic responses when asked about Yuki only highlight the fact that he's not too pleased with the changes. The big question is, will the pressure affect Yuki's performance, especially at his home Grand Prix? More importantly, what does the future hold for the Japanese driver in the Red Bull lineup? This has become one of the biggest storylines of the 2025 season, as Red Bull made the bold decision to swap drivers just 2 races in. Whether this move will lead to a successful season remains to be seen. But it's clear there are several key figures, including Max Verstappen, who aren't exactly happy with how things have unfolded. Max even liked an Instagram post from former F1 driver Valtteri Bottas, who pointed out that Red Bull jumped the gun too soon in making the switch. According to Bottas, the team should have given Lawson a shot at Suzuka instead of making drastic changes after just 2 races. When asked about his stance on the post, Max didn't hold back. "I liked the post, so that says enough, right?" Max remarked. "It wasn't a mistake. It happens sometimes when you click on something." It's clear from Max's words that he has his own thoughts about the whole situation. And this is just the beginning of a saga that could unfold in many different directions. The tension between Max Verstappen and Red Bull's management continues to build as the team looks to balance its 2-car strategy. Max's comments about Yuki's integration into the team raised some eyebrows. When asked if he thought Yuki deserved the seat and whether he'd be helping his new teammate adjust to the car, Max responded with a level of indifference that only added to the uncertainty. "Everyone who tries to make it in this sport is working hard for it. They deserve a shot," he said. "I saw Yuki quickly yesterday, and he's been busy at the factory. But it's not really up to me to help him adjust. He needs to figure it out for himself." Max went on to explain that his experience might not be useful to Yuki, since their driving styles and setups are so different. It's clear that Max isn't invested in helping his teammate find his rhythm, and he's keeping his focus on his own performance. But despite Max's reluctance to get involved, Helmut Marko's reaction to the driver switch is what really caught attention. The veteran Austrian hasn't been shy about his own displeasure with the direction the team is heading. Rather than focusing on improving the car for Max, Red Bull is putting its energy into finding a driver who can match Verstappen's pace, even though the problem may lie in the car itself. While the team works through this dilemma, one thing is certain: Yuki Tsunoda has a limited window of opportunity to prove he belongs at Red Bull. With 2025 shaping up to be a critical year for him, the pressure to perform is already building. The clock is ticking, and Yuki must deliver or risk being sidelined in favor of a new strategy. But what does the future hold for the Japanese driver? Will he be able to live up to the expectations set by Red Bull? Or will his stint at the team be cut short? The stakes are incredibly high for Yuki Tsunoda as he approaches the Japanese Grand Prix. Despite receiving praise from Helmut Marko on social media, Yuki hasn't had a direct conversation with the Red Bull advisor yet. In fact, Yuki himself mentioned that the first call he received about the potential change came from Christian Horner after the Chinese GP. "I was told I should maybe be prepared for some changes," Yuki explained. "It was a surprise to me that Helmut didn't call, especially since he's always been the one to reach out in the past. I guess he was busy with other things. I'm curious to see how he reacts when we meet in Japan." Yuki's tone suggests a mix of uncertainty and anticipation. He's ready for whatever comes next, but he's clearly feeling the pressure of the situation. It's a strange dynamic considering how involved Marko has been in the past. Yuki seems to think it's odd that he hasn't heard from Marko yet, and the tension could be a sign that the veteran advisor is not as supportive of Yuki as he once was. However, Yuki maintains that his relationship with Marko remains intact. Only time will tell if this silence is deliberate or simply a result of Marco's busy schedule. As for Max Verstappen, it's clear he's not overly concerned with the inner workings of the team's driver lineup. He's focused on his own goals, leaving Yuki and the team to navigate the complexities of the situation. But with Red Bull's spotlight firmly on its second seat, the pressure on Yuki continues to mount. The upcoming Japanese GP is a critical moment for him to prove he can handle the pressure and deliver results. It's a make-or-break moment for both his career at Red Bull and his standing in the F1 world. The spotlight is now squarely on Yuki Tsunoda, with everything to prove as the Japanese Grand Prix approaches. It's clear that the 2025 season could make or break his career at Red Bull. There's no denying the weight of expectations, especially with such a major change in the driver lineup. However, Yuki has remained composed. When asked about the pressure of competing in his home GP, he responded calmly, stating that he doesn't feel burdened by the high stakes. "The pressure will always come once you hit the track," he said. "But right now, I'm really relaxing. It feels similar to when I was with Racing Bulls. When I walked into the hospitality area, I was only thinking about breakfast. I'm not necessarily feeling the pressure at the moment. Those things will naturally come up in qualifying and the race, but right now, I'm focusing on staying calm." Despite his confidence, Yuki is well aware that the weight of his performance could define his future with Red Bull. If he can pull off a strong result at his home race, especially if he makes it to Q3 or fights alongside Max in the race, he will break the second seat curse and show Red Bull that they made the right decision by promoting him. If not, the outlook for his Red Bull future becomes much murkier. This stint in 2025 is a crucial proving ground for him, and the stakes are incredibly high. Interestingly, while Yuki has remained calm, the team's strategy has been anything but. Red Bull has been plagued by tactical errors in the opening races, costing them valuable points and leaving the team vulnerable. But there's hope. If Red Bull can get its strategy right, and if Yuki can deliver strong performances in the coming races, the team might find itself back in the mix at the front of the grid. The pressure is on both Yuki and Red Bull to turn things around quickly. Yuki Tsunoda's position in Red Bull continues to be one of the most talked-about topics of the 2025 season. With the stakes so high, he's doing everything he can to adapt to the team's demands, particularly when it comes to the RB21. While Yuki has been quick to acknowledge the car's challenges, he's not backing down. "The car doesn't feel as natural as the RB1, but I know what I need to work on," he explained. "I'm already working on the setup to ensure I'll have a smooth experience during the Japanese GP." Yuki's commitment to improving his performance is clear, and he's determined to make the best of a difficult situation. However, there's a lingering concern. Will his setup work be enough to overcome the RB21's inherent instability? The car's trickiness has been a common complaint among drivers, and Yuki's no exception. But what's encouraging is that his simulator tests have yielded positive results. Despite the car's challenges on track, Yuki's determination and work ethic could help him turn things around. The pressure on Yuki's shoulders is undeniable. If he doesn't perform in the coming races, his future at Red Bull will be in jeopardy. On the other hand, if he does manage to unlock the car's potential and deliver consistent results, he could become a key part of Red Bull's future. The upcoming Japanese GP will be a major test, not just for Yuki, but for the team as a whole. There's a lot riding on the performance of the second car, and if Yuki can help Red Bull maximize the potential of the RB21, it will be a huge boost for the team's morale and future plans. For now, Yuki remains optimistic, but he knows that time is running out to prove himself. "I have confidence," he said. "It's not about having the confidence to perform straight away like Max. It's about doing something different, something that can make a real difference for the team." Whether or not he can deliver on that promise is yet to be seen, but one thing is certain. The pressure is on, and Yuki's every move will be scrutinized closely in the coming weeks. As the Japanese Grand Prix looms on the horizon, the pressure is mounting on Yuki Tsunoda. This could be the moment that defines his future with Red Bull. Despite the challenges that the RB21 presents, Yuki is determined to make the most of his opportunity. "The car isn't as natural as the RB1, but I know what I need to adjust," Yuki shared. "I'm already working on the setup to ensure a smoother experience in Japan." His dedication to improving his performance shows he's committed to meeting the team's expectations. But it remains to be seen whether his efforts will be enough to overcome the car's limitations. The stakes couldn't be higher for Yuki. If he fails to deliver strong results, Red Bull may consider other options for the second seat. On the flip side, if he can unlock the car's potential and consistently perform at a high level, he could prove to be a valuable asset for the team. His confidence is apparent, but he knows that time is running out to prove himself. "It's not about having the confidence to perform like Max," Yuki said. "It's about doing something different, something that can make a real difference for the team." The pressure is on, but with the Japanese GP ahead, Yuki will have a chance to show what he's truly capable of. The next few races will likely determine whether he stays with Red Bull or whether the team will look for a new driver to take his place. The future of Red Bull's second seat is uncertain, but Yuki's performance over the next few races will be crucial in deciding what comes next. If he can rise to the occasion, there's still hope for him at Red Bull. But if not, his F1 career could be on the line.